Hello, I'm Juan Martin. That piece was Bulerías, a little segment of Bulería. I'm going to start though with a very fundamental form called soleá. Soleá comes from the word soledad, meaning to be solitary. And this particular form has influenced many other styles in flamenco, which we will be covering in this video and in further videos. So I'd just like to play you a few variations to get you into the feel of soleá. Now you'll see that this is quite a slow, pulsating rhythm and really quite serious and sad in feeling. Now, flamenco music tends to be thought of as rather happy and always having a fiesta, but in fact it covers the poetry and emotions of life, and this particular style I would categorize in the hondo area, meaning profound. Now, we count the rhythm of soleá with 12 beat cycles. Whenever we refer to the compás in flamenco, we're referring to that rhythm and that rhythmic cycle. So the compás in soleá, we count like this. I'm going to clap for you with palmas or hand claps. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will do that again and you will see the accentuation on 3, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, if we transfer this to the guitar on a simple E chord, whatever style of guitar you play, whether it's flamenco, classical, blues, folk, jazz, the straight E chord everybody knows. We would have this. We wait at the end. Now you'll notice in the right hand that I did this with just the index finger, and the accentuation, which will come on the 3rd and the 6th, the 8th, so on, we can do by including in the left hand the note of F. So we will have this effect in the left hand. 1, 2, see that I went through to 11, 12 because it is possible to do this But normally we allow the 11/12 to remain silent in the opening compass. So if you'd like to play this, take your guitar now and play this along with me. We have 12, and again 4, 5, 7, 12. I'd like now to take you to the second compass in the Soleá. And we use here an F-type chord, which accurately is an F major 7th chord, followed by C major. Then we go back to the F chord and we resolve in E. So in the left hand we have F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You will notice here that I used a rajeo. Rajeo is this effect in flamenco type of strum, which is done with 4 fingers. First of all, in the right hand we play the little finger, then we play the 3rd finger, the ring finger, then the middle finger, then the index finger. So we have 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. The other beats in this compass we are going to do are actually played with only with the index finger and up and down movements. So in the right hand we have this movement. We leave the thumb resting on the 6th string here, which gives stability to the right hand, and we go 1, 2, 3. So the first 3 beats, let's do that again. We have 1, 2, 3. Now if we now move in the left hand, the middle finger and the ring finger, if we move that over 1 fret there and 1 fret there, so we go from the F to the C, F to C, F to C. We now, in the right hand, do exactly the same. So we have, at this point, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. I'd like now to play those first 6 beats of the compass. So we go back to the F chord in the left hand and start from there. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now there is one thing I haven't mentioned which we have to do, and that is to try to accentuate the 3rd and the 6th beats. So if we go once again, and this time take care in the right hand to accentuate the 3rd and the 6th. Ready? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't worry, I'm going to explain it now. So we actually get to 7, 8, 9 on the other F chord where we repeat. I'll just go to the left hand now and we'll do this 7, 8, 9. Now remember, the accent is on 8, not on the 9, because we have 2 3s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we have 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have here 7, 8, 9. So the 8 actually comes on the rajeo. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. And to resolve, in the left hand now, we go to the E chord. Simple E shape. And we play this. Bass string with the thumb. 1st string with the index. 4th string with the thumb. 3rd string with the thumb. 2nd string with the thumb. 1st string with the index. I'll I'll play that again a little bit quicker. Once more. Thumb first of all on the 6th string, which we actually play apoyando. That means resting. So we let it rest to the 5th string. We play, because if we played it tirando, wouldn't have half the volume. And in flamenco, normally we play apoyando with the thumb, or rest stroke. So we have. You will notice the other notes of the thumb are also resting from the 4th string. So that covers the 10, 11, 12, the last 3 beats. 10 in, 12, 10 in, 12, and 12. Right, I'd like now to go through the whole of that 2nd compass, just concentrating for the moment on the right hand. So. Variation to this we can do very simply in the left hand, which is to add the little finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, which is the note of G, so that we do the same thing in the left hand in the F and the C chords, but we leave that little finger down until we get to the E chord. So it will go like this. So I'd like now to go from the beginning of the soleá and play the first 3 compasses. So we have the opening compass on the E chord, adding the F note on the accents. We then have the F, C, F, E formation. And then the second time, the F, C, F, E, only with the G added for the F, C, and F. Are you ready? Right, let's start. Just do that again, because we're going to include arrajeo on the 8th and the 10th, or we don't have to. Either way we can do this, but for the moment we'll do the simple one which I originally taught you, which was not to use the arrajeo. So the very opening compass, we just play like this. Those 2 beats, if you have any doubt about the timing on that, if you have a golpeador, you can actually just tap them with that 3rd finger like this, 11, 12. Of course, if you don't have a golpeador, don't ruin your guitar. So let's do that once more. We'll do that together now once more, right from the beginning. I'll give you a count of 3, then we go in. 1, 2, 3. Once more, and this time I'll count you through. So on the Again, we'll have a 3 count in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last part we call a llamada, and it brings to a close a series of compasses. Now, a llamada has this typical sound, and the compass, again, exactly the same, only we finish on the 10. So if you'd like to watch my left hand on this part, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Having brought that series to a close, it would be nice now to introduce what we call a falsetta. A falsetta is a melodic variation which punctuates the rhythm. Sometimes if you play a lot of falsettas, it is the rhythm that punctuates falsettas. But since we are learning the basic compass and style of Soleá, I don't want to get too involved. But I'd like now to show you a thumb variation that would be typical to be used with a singer or dancer, and this will start on the F chord, on the F note rather. So if you now watch my left hand, I will show you this variation. Count you through that variation. Watch again my left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what do we have here? 2 segments of 6 to make 12, and the last section is a complete compass of 12. So we are talking here about 2 cycles or 2 compasses of 12 beats. Now, of course, you will find the material for this written in the accompanying book with the video, both in music and in cifra, which is tablature. And you can study from the book. I don't want to spend too much time going over every single detail, but one very interesting thing about this is the use of ligado, which means hammering on or pulling off. We don't play all the notes. We have here, if you'd like to watch the left hand again, the other thing we have here also is the use of octaves, because this is very typical in flamenco and gives a full and very flamenco sound. So we are using an octave on the note of B and also on the note of B. You will notice the ending of the compass, if you'd like to look at my right hand, is exactly the same as at the end of the opening 3 compasses. We are still using thumb, index, thumb, 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 index. Again, thumb, index, thumb, 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 index. So 10, 11, 12, and so what we have here is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. tempos are a little longer. So if we look at the left hand here, from the E note, we had, in other words, E, F, E, and open to D, in one stroke only with the right hand. So the left hand does this. 1, 2, 3, 4 notes. With the octave played on the first note. Right, I'm sure you can really work on that from the book and as a separate study to practice. So where are we now? I'd like to take you from the beginning again. Watch the left hand and also keep an eye on what the right hand is doing, because the whole thing obviously is very coordinated, hopefully. Right, now when we go to the treble area of the guitar on the first 3 strings, we don't use the thumb. We use a technique called picado. Picado means the use of, in the right hand, index finger and middle finger. Always alternate. You never play 2 notes with the same finger. Just as it is the most natural thing in the right hand, rather like walking, you never take 2 steps with the same foot. Seems an obvious thing to say, but in the guitar it's a lot more difficult to achieve this. So always, if you look at the right hand, we have this 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 in the index and middle finger. And most of the time we play apoyando, which means we are resting. So the index finger in the right hand rests to the 2nd string. We have 1, 2. Again, rest the thumb on the 6th string, which gives a stability to the hand. These hit the next string the whole time. There are times when we use tirando like this. Depending on the tone, you will notice that part of the falsetto I actually do tirando, and other parts I use apoyando or picado. So, looking at this falsetto now in the left hand, we start on the note of A. It isn't an exact octave up from the bass falsetto we played, but it has a similar rhythm and style to it. So we start with an octave on A. You will notice again that we have the ligado, which helps the flow from one note to another. So we have. Also notice in the right hand that we keep doing the 10, 11, 12, or in this case we are talking about 4, 5, 6 because it is a section of 6 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll go over the last bit of this falsetta, the last compass, which involves this 5-note legato. See, what we have here is open string, top string. So the open E, on to the F, G, pull off to the F, and pull off to the E. I'll do that once more. So the last compass is I quite like not picado apoyando in the right hand, but tirando. That way we have a tonal contrast in dynamics. So we have picado, the right hand, starting on the A. Watch the right hand once more while I do this. I'll do that once more. Good. So I think now we are really getting involved into Soleares. And again, you must study this very closely in the book for the accurate left hand fingering and for the right hand. So what we do in flamenco is we try to compose our own pieces, and we have to think what might come well following this. We don't have a composer to tell us, we have to form our own compositions. Now, what I feel we ought to do now is to play the thing right the way through again, and then the right feeling will come as to where we go from here. So would you like to try to play this from the start with me now? I'll give you a count of 3 in. 1, 2, 3. Now, I've made it very easy for you to end this piece, because what we do is we go back to the compass. As I said earlier, we punctuate the rhythm with a falsetta. So after the legato falsetta in the treble area, this one, we then go back to the original F to C to F to E twice, then with the G down, and we end with a llamada as we played before. In the left hand, you will remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we finish on the 10. I'd like to finish off the video today by playing the sort of variations you will be coming to in future videos and also some material for the more advanced players. Till the next time, adios. That introduction was a little bit of bulería. You'll notice that today I have a cejilla placed on the guitar, or a capo. In the first video we didn't use this, but the cejilla actually comes from the word ceja, eyebrow, a little eyebrow, because the traditional cejilla had a rounded shape. This has the effect of raising the guitar one semitone or two semitones, depending where you put it. And is used very often with flamenco singers because they wish to sing in a certain key and to retain the same sonority of key, but to have it higher or lower. So if one was playing, for example, in the key of Alegría, Alegría in La or in A, like this, and the singer says to you, "Pómela al do," that means put it on the second fret. So you play exactly the same thing. The A shape you just saw, except that now it makes it in the key of B major. And we play this. This also has the effect of shortening the string length from here to here, as opposed to from there, which gives a very typical flamenco sound. And there are times, for example, where one is playing for someone like La Paquera de Jerez, when she would say to you, Pómela al 7. And so you put it right up here on number 7. You should be able to sort of gauge it without counting, but it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you will be right up here. This gives the guitar a very characteristic flamenco ring. This high, very high cejilla position shortens the string length even more. And if we were to play the Alegría, it would give this sound. Now you will notice that last compás in the Alegría was a llamada. In the Soleá we played. In the Alegría we play. Brings me to also the 5-note rajeo. We'll take the cejilla down a little bit because that is very high. Let's go down to the 2nd fret. You'll notice this guitar, if you look at my left hand, I'm adjusting the clavijas, which are wooden. This is a traditional flamenco peghead. And many guitarists are frightened of this sort of peg because they think they will slip, but a good ebony peg like this is very easy to control. So I highly recommend it. So the 5-note rajeo. Again, we start with the little finger. So if we look at the right hand here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 4 notes, but 1 extra in that the index finger comes up at the end. So we have once more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we play this, we have 1, 2, 3 in the compass. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last beat down, 6 in other words, is beat number 2 in the compass. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because the Alegría is directly related to the Soleá. It has 12 beats, accents on 3, 6, 8, 10, and 12, just like the Soleá does. So if we were playing the beginning of an Alegría, this might be a very nice beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So straight down beats not with index this time, with middle and ring finger. These 2 fingers in the right hand, the middle and the index, work together. So we have 1, 2, now where we have the accents on the 3rd, 6, 8, this time we're going to use the golpe, but we're not just going to use the golpe on its own, we're going to use the golpe with the index finger. So we have 3, like that. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that a few times and show you how the right hand works here. The index comes forward and the ring finger comes towards the 1st string. So we have a scissor-like movement. index finger doesn't play right across all the strings. It starts round about the 5th or 4th. We're going to use this on 3 and 6. The first two, remember, are middle and ring finger, these two. So looking at the right hand, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you will notice 7, 8. 8 is a 5-note rahel. We have 7 ordinary downbeat with the index finger. 8 is a 5-note, so like that. 9, 10. And then 11, 12, upbeat and downbeat. So I'm going to take you through this first compass of Alegría once more. Are you ready? Would you like to play it with me? I'll give you a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Once more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what we have here are several compasses. The opening compass we already went over. Following that, we bring in the 5-note rahel in the sense that we go up to the D shape here, and we use the 5-note rahel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Llamada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we stop on 10. So we now have 3 compasses for the opening of our solo por Alegría. Let me play them for you once more. We are now ready to play a falseta. Now, the word alegría in Spanish means joy, and this is an expression of a very joyous nature. The alegrías come from the port of Cádiz on the west coast of Andalusia. That is spelled C-A-D-I-Z, Cádiz, Cádiz. And this is a very, very important part of flamenco, Andalusia La Baja, the triangle made between Jerez, Cádiz, Sevilla, is particularly important in the history of flamenco. So the joyousness of this piece reflects very witty people from that part of Spain. Now it'd be nice here to have maybe a picado falseta. We went in the first video over what picado is, which is the alternate notes played in the right hand, I-M, I-M. So a good falsetto at this stage would be this. So first of all the falsetto with picado, we then resolve with arpeggio. We played It could be that I played it slightly differently, because in flamenco we don't have a set form. Part of the art of flamenco is improvisation, and slight differences don't matter as long as we keep to this very fundamental compass. Without the basic rhythm and the aire, which means atmosphere that you create within your music, it has very little meaning. So the unexpected is good to know about, even at this stage when you're learning. But I'll go over this picado falsetto. Of course, it's in the accompanying book, but it starts on the first string, and I'll play it now very slowly for you. So if you'd like to look carefully here at both hands. Once more. At that point, the picado actually finishes, apart from the picado that is involved later with the arpeggio or the arpeggio. You remember in video 1, I spoke about the importance of playing alternately with these two fingers, so that we have never two notes with the same finger. Now, if we look at the right hand in this particular falsetta, we start on the first string, then we go over to the second string, but we must change like this. You will see that that remains alternate. However awkward it is to go from the first string to the second string like that, you have to do it. Never do this. Then you will get into the habit of always playing alternately, and it will be easy for you. So this technique of picado is our main form of expressing melody in the treble strings, and this is highly important. So what we have are 10 beats up until the E7 type shape. And then we do the same thing as in Soleá, only instead of playing 10, 11, 12, we play with a little arpeggio going forward at P, I, M, A in the right hand. I'll play that again. It is quick. You just rest the fingers on the string like this, on the strings, I, M, and A, and they flick off. You have 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, and. So thumb first of all, then the quick arpeggio, followed by thumb, and then a spaced arpeggio. So 10, 11, 12. So I'll just do that once more in the right hand now. Back to the A shape again. So the same music each time, only one time we go to the E7 shape, the second time we go back to the A shape. And the third time we go up to this D shape, D major. It isn't in fact D major, in fact it's E major, but if the Sahija was not on, it would be D. And then we resolve with the arpeggio falsetto like this. So we have back arpeggio, forward arpeggio, and one note of picado. Same again. And here, a little ligao. So you will see how this fits the compass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in the second part, we played a more involved type of compass, where we played picao on the third beat. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we came down through the major scale there. Now if you refer refer to the book, there is plenty about that particular scale and how to practice within it. I would like now to go to another falsetto in Allegria and to talk a little about a technique we haven't done so far, which is called tremolo. Tremolo is the effect of sustaining a continuous line, legato effect on the guitar. And it is played in the right hand like this. Thumb, index, ring, middle, index. This is the flamenco tremolo, as opposed to the classical tremolo, which is 4 notes. This is 5 notes, including the thumb. So the movement normally in the flamenco tremolo includes apoyando with thumb. In other words, the thumb rests and then the fingers play. Although sometimes it rests and then comes off again. We don't, however, do this tirando stroke, which is too light. The compass in flamenco has to be felt, and the driving of the motor, if you like, is the thumb. So we have this effect. That is how it is played. Now, as we are playing Allegria, we're going to be in the major key, and I'm going to play you a tremolo falsetto for you to learn in Allegria. Each time the thumb hits the strings, that is one beat in the compass. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A very good way to practice the tremolo is to play on a single string. And so take, for example, the first string. You can play thumb, index, ring, middle, index in the right hand. Thumb, index, ring, middle, index. And then go over also to the second string, where you have to be more economic. Keep playing this, and even maybe think of playing a little chromatic scale, still using the second string. So we would have Now let's look at this tremolo falsetto again. When we are finished playing the picado and the arpeggio, for example, we come up to this part. I've continued on into a more advanced form of arpeggio in this Allegria, and I will explain it in further videos. We've also used slightly different techniques in the rajeo. For example, the triplet rajeo, which is thumb, middle, thumb. Now this, in the right hand, one should look at carefully. I want you to practice this before we meet again in the next video. So the thumb comes up, middle finger goes down, the thumb comes down. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The accent always on the upbeat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could be an ending to an Allegria, for example, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In fact, it's 3 beats. If you think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this rhythm is particularly good if you are accompanying for dancing, para bailar, because it is a very rhythmic and percussive force in the guitar. It is not so good if you are accompanying a singer, because it's so loud that it would tend to cover his voice a little too much. Just to recap, after the tremolo, we went into this falsetta, which is in the book with video 2, and all of the material that you hear in this video is in fact transcribed. We'll talk more about the techniques and how to perfect those things in video 3. So until next time, hasta la vista. Hello again. Very pleased to be with you once more on video 3. That little introduction, as you know by now, I'm sure, comes from the rhythm of Bulería. Today, I'd like to begin with a rhythm that is very, very important, one of the fundamental rhythms in flamenco, and it is called the seguidilla. Seguidilla or seguirilla, several pronunciations. This particular style is possibly the most profound form in flamenco, and the poet Federico Garcia Lorca said about this that it could be played, sung or danced in a church without profanation. What it means is that this piece has a very religious quality, not in the sense of being in a church, but that it is profound and spiritual in feeling. Particularly when played with a singer. We don't have a singer with us, but I'm going to show you the basic compás, the rhythm, and the essential ambiente and aire, the feeling, atmosphere of this particular style. I'll just play you a few compasses of the seguidilla to give you the sound. opening compass here is stated with the following rhythm, which I'm going to clap up for you. The rhythm is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and a 4 and a 5. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 5 and. So you see that it has a continual rhythm. There are in fact 12 beats in this cycle, as in the Soleá, but the accentuation comes at different points. In fact, if you want to think of it in 12s, of course this is all in the book, but I'll just explain it to you. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But rather than count that, which is very complex to count when you are playing, it is much simpler just to count the essential accents. So we count 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Right, translated to the guitar, this is what we have. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 5, Now, one thing you will notice in the use of the apagado in the seguidilla. The apagado means to dampen, literally, to cut the sound. So when I'm playing this chord, I can do it with the right hand, or maybe I can do it with the left hand. So in the left hand, we damp with the little finger just coming down onto the strings like this. A very light feeling. It mustn't be over the fret. I'll just do that again. It mustn't be over the fret, you see. It has to be between the frets. So. Then you saw the right hand do it. I'll do that once more. So you play the chord and then immediately you damp with the palm. Once more. The whole palm goes flat onto the string there. And then you see the left hand do it. So if you look at both hands here, you'll see that there is left hand apagado and right hand apagado. We have there, you see. Now there is a slightly different apagado in the right hand, using the index finger rather than the thumb. Before we did this, in the bass chord, using the thumb and damped quickly with this part of the hand. We can also use the index and do the same thing. Which is a particularly flamenco characteristic and gives a very staccato feeling and flamenco-ness to the toque. This was typical of Niño Ricardo, who was great inspiration to me and who I was lucky enough to come into contact with in La Calle Gravina, Asteso's guitar shop. He passed on many different ideas, and this was one of his particularly strong characteristics in the seguidilla too. also here you'll see the use of the rajeo followed by the thumb in the right hand. Again, this was very Ricardero technique. The rajeo followed by the thumb, giving a very full and flamenco attack to the sound. If it is just thumb in the right hand, we would have this, which is also very nice. But occasionally it's nice to let go and as if the guitar would burst. Right, there are a few things I'd better go over on that section because quite a lot happened. You will have noticed that I used a different thumb technique. And this is something we haven't covered until now because it is an advanced technique, and it is called alzapua. Alzapua literally means alzar meaning to lift, and pua means plectrum. So in the thumb technique in the right hand, it is the use of the thumb, and exclusively thumb. There is no other finger used in this, to do plectrum, if you like, alzapua. Now, in the seguidilla, what I was doing was 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do that once more. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in fact, from 5 of one compass to 3 of the next compass, we were sustaining the compass, and in the left hand we had this chord, which is a B flat type chord, with the second finger coming round to this C sharp note. Now what we are actually doing in the right hand here, I will show you very slowly. We have a thumb note on the 5th string here. Then we carry on over a few other strings, probably the 4th and the 3rd. I'll do that again. Then the thumb comes back with an upbeat. So we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this technique is a question really of just practicing and being aware of its rhythm within its rhythm, if you know what I mean. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Those 1, 2 before playing the B flat chord. In the left hand here we have a B flat, but of course the G is added. I am, of course, referring as if the capo was not on the guitar. It's important that those two beats are felt, the first two beats of the compass, before you play that. In fact, the use of the foot here, if I may speak a little about the foot, is very important. If you are playing with your foot, it gives you a much more complete control of the compass. It's one thing to have the rhythm in your head, but it's another thing to really feel it in your body, if you like. And I'd like to just play the compass there and show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, and 4, that will give you an idea of what I mean when I say to feel those two beats, but to actually tap them out with your foot if possible. Get into the habit of playing with your foot. And this applies not just to the rhythm, but to the falsetto. So when you're doing this asapua as well, as I explained earlier on, it also helps you to express those beats much more definitely than if you are not tapping. So I'll just go over that again as well with my foot, the asapua falsetto we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, or if you were going faster, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Once you come to this B flat chord in the left hand here, it enables you to start over a new mood in a seguidilla. Rather like when one is accompanying a dancer, you build the rhythm up. You may be going really, really fast. Then this enables you to actually start over with a totally different mood again. Now, if you wish to play quite a slow variation and change that mood, that is quite possible. You don't, even though flamenco is very metronomic in its sense of time, its accelerandos and also ralentandos are very much part of the music. And if you play too evenly, as if you are playing to a metronome, then you miss that excitement. So here we come to a part where we can slow right down and change the mood and play something far more sad or yearning, whatever the mood is of that singer or dancer, or if you are making your own solo. So we could be finishing fast, as I was explaining. At this point, I'd like to say a little more about the triplet rajeo. which we covered in video 2 at the very end, but I'd like to go over it in a little more detail. The right hand technique of the triplet rajeo is very useful when you're playing for dancing, and this is what we have been talking about. And it doesn't tire the hand too much. We used to play a rajeo with the whole rajeo coming down and then the thumb up, so sort of thing, which was very tiring. If you then needed to go into a delicate arpeggio, it would upset the balance of the right hand. But this can be very loud and very rhythmic. The triplet rajeo was introduced to flamenco by Juan Marote, who brought it back from Mexico with him. And of course, the Mexican way of playing this in the right hand was probably much lighter. And applied to flamenco, it has this wonderful aggression, which, when you're playing for dancing, is ideal and supports the dancer's footsteps and gives him a strong beat. I'd like to recap on that technique and to show you in detail how the hand and the wrist work in this sort of rotary movement. We have the thumb upbeat, middle finger down, thumb down. The accent always on the upbeat. So thumb, middle finger down, thumb down. 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you can, at times, use this technique, even if we are not on the E chord, in the A chord, but you must try not to hit the 6th string. Or if you do, you can use the chord I was using earlier on in the seguidilla, which is to cover the G note there, making a sort of A7th. If we had the G covered here, the treble would be an obvious A7th. Covered in the bass, that's a very flamenco moderno chord being used in the aire today, and particularly in bulería and seguidilla. Now this triplet rajeo, the thing to understand about it is that you must start to practice it very slowly. 1, 2, 3, with very definite movements. 1, 2, 3. Without sort of moving the hand that much, but the wrist has this sort of rotary movement. 1, 2, 3, 1. I also use these 2 fingers together sometimes, rather than just the middle finger on its own. 1, 2, 3. So we can have a very powerful sound like this, because the thumb is actually the most powerful finger. And if we use the middle and the ring finger together, it gives a very strong sound, as you will remember when we did the original Soleá in video 1 and the Alegría and so on. We were talking about that movement. Well, the same thing happens when you're doing this. Now another style of playing, I'd like to leave seguidilla now, where we could use this triplet rajeo, would be in fandango. And fandango is another very, very important basic rhythm in the art of flamenco. So many of the toque libres, the free forms, which we're going to come to, like the granaína, the taranta, malagueña, so on, really are fandango-based styles. And the particular cantes or song styles that come, malagueña, granaína, and so on, are related to fandango form. So a good way to start a fandango is with this rather interesting chord, which you'll see in the book. And to play this, So there we are incorporating several things we have done in this video, the apagado and the triplet rajeo. Once we have got into the rhythm, there is a basic compass to fandango which is like this. And again we count in sixes or 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Now you will notice when I go into that variation, I don't go in on 1, but I go in on 11. You need to leave the last 2 beats of the compass free to start, because the way we end fandango falsettas, there's always 2 extra beats. So we have to compensate by going in 2 beats early. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But in fact, they are all in sixes. It's in the last compass where we have the extra beat, where we come down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 it would be. You see? So in fact, what we have here is 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Now, there are many variations in fandangos, and sometimes we play the part which is really belongs to the cante or the song form, but we do a guitar version of it. And that means changing key, coming out of this sequence, going to the major part, the G7 shape, into C, then to F, and so on. And if you had a singer, this would be complement, would be something like this. Right, for the moment, I'd like to play a few more falsettas in the fandango rhythm, and I look forward to seeing you in video 4 very soon.